Hi everyone. Today in this session we are going to discuss about state change or phase change. Okay. So we know that the matter can exist in three states in this universe. Which are the three states? Solid, liquid and gas. Okay. The same material can exist in all these three conditions under different temperature and pressure. If the temperature varies, the same solid can exist in the form of liquid, and again if the temperature and pressure changes, the same liquid can exist in the form of gaseous state. Okay. So if we consider the case of water, at same atmospheric pressure, the water can exist as solid, the water can exist as liquid, the water can exist as gaseous state, ice, water and as water vapor or steam. Okay. So we'll see which are the different phase change or state change. Actually, all these state change is possible due to the heat exchange. Okay, anyway, we'll draw it in a figure and see. Okay, first one, solid. Solid. First case, solid. What's the first change? Solid to liquid. Right? What is the process we call? When solid changes into liquid by absorbing heat is known as melting. Right? And what is the reverse process of liquid to solid? It is freezing. Freezing. Right? And next stage, liquid to gas. Liquid to gas. We call it as boiling or vaporization. Vaporization or boiling. Then what is the reverse process? Gas to liquid. It is known as condensation. Right? Condensation. Then we have two more things. Without going through the liquid state, some of the material can directly attain the gaseous stage. What we call it as sublimation. Sublimation. Then the reverse process directly from gas to solid. What we call it is deposition or solidification. Solidification. Okay. See the arrows towards the right side. All the cases like melting, vaporization, sublimation, heat absorbed. Okay. All the case heat absorbed. See the arrows towards left side like freezing, condensation, deposition, everywhere heat liberated. Okay. So if the solid wants to be liquid, it has to absorb the heat energy. Then liquid to gas also, it has to absorb the heat energy. For the reverse process, that means it's known as cooling. Okay, here all the right side process is known as heating. Reverse process we used to call it as cooling. Right? No? And all these phase change, there is one more factor. There is no temperature variation. For this particular thing, if we consider it as ice, ice at 0 degrees Celsius changes to 0 degrees Celsius water. Okay. So we can state or we can define the state change. It is a change of state from one form to another form without change in the temperature. Okay. In the starting of this chapter, we studied that what is heat energy. Heat energy is the sum of, we used to call it as internal energy, right? So heat energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy, right? Heat energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So kinetic energy is responsible for the change in temperature and potential energy is responsible for the intermolecular spacing or attraction, right? So here kinetic energy is not changing. The heat energy absorbed is utilizing to change in the potential energy or change in the intermolecular spacing. Because we know that solid means all the molecules are closely spaced. the intermolecular spacing is very less. So by absorbing the heat energy, it overcomes the attractive force and the spacing is increasing. That's why finally it comes to liquid stage. So that time also there is no change in the temperature. So heat energy absorbed is utilized to increase the potential energy. All the cases, whether it is heat energy absorbed or cooling process, the changes happens only for the potential energy or intermolecular spacing is changing. Now we'll see in detail what is melting and freezing. So melting. What is melting? The change from solid to liquid at a constant temperature is known as melting. Okay. The change of phase from solid to liquid by absorbing heat energy at a constant temperature is known as melting. Right now marking it as M. Then what is melting point? The temperature at which the solid changes into liquid is known as melting point. Same way we'll see what is freezing. What is freezing? The change of state from liquid to solid by liberating heat energy or rejecting heat energy at a particular temperature, at a constant temperature. Okay, so here freezing, melting, heat energy absorbed, here heat energy rejected. For the right side process, heat energy absorbed at constant temperature. For the reverse process, heat energy rejected to the surroundings. Okay, we will see an example. We will consider the ice. Ice at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, so ice is 0 degree Celsius. When it starts melting, melting is the first process, solid to liquid. So once the entire ice is changes into liquid, the temperature also will be at 0 degree Celsius water. It changes into 0 degree Celsius water. Okay, ice at 0 degree Celsius changes into 0 degree Celsius water by absorbing the heat energy. When we see it's melting. When we see the reverse process, first the water has to come to 0 degree Celsius. Then only it start freezing. Right? No? So water at 0 degree Celsius changes to ice at 0 degree Celsius through the process of freezing. Okay. If it is a pure material, if just consider 1 kilogram ice. We used a particular mass, 1 kilogram ice changed into 1 kilogram of water. So it has to absorb a particular quantity of heat energy. Right? Then after becoming ice, the same water or the same 1 kilogram water, we are going to freeze it as ice. So heat energy absorbed while changing from ice to water will be equal to heat energy rejected when it changes from water to ice. So how much energy is absorbing to change from one phase to another phase? Equal amount of energy should be rejected while changing from or through the reverse process. It will be equal. And both this happens at 0 degree Celsius. Ice from 0 degree Celsius changes into 0 degree Celsius water, or 0 degree Celsius water changes into 0 degree Celsius ice. There is no change in the temperature during the phase change. Solid changed into liquid without change in the temperature. What is melting point and freezing point? As in the case of ice and water, it is 0 degree Celsius. Okay. So, ice melt at 0 degree Celsius. That particular temperature is called melting point. Water freezes at 0 degree Celsius. So, 0 degree Celsius, that particular temperature is called freezing point. Okay. Normally, all the cases during the melting, the volume used to increase, like wax, lead and all. Every time when it melts, the volume used to increase. Just consider we have 1 gram of ice and the volume is 1.091 centimeter cube. For 1 gram of ice, always the volume is 1.091 centimeter cube. Okay. If it melts, it becomes 1 gram of water, and if we check the volume, it is equivalent to 1 centimeter cube. So this much volume is reducing. It is only happens in the case of ice. It's an exceptional case. Okay. If we consider other materials, wax, lead, always the volume used to increase. Now if you see the pressure, this is an exceptional case. Same way, normally for all the materials, the melting point, how the melting point depends on pressure. Okay, depends on pressure. Normally, as the pressure increases, the melting point increases. For wax, lead and all other materials, as the pressure increases, the melting point increases. But only for ice, we are talking about ice, only for ice it is inversely proportional. The melting point of ice is inversely proportional to the pressure. As the pressure increases, the melting point decreases. As the pressure decreases, the melting point increases. Only for ice. All other material, melting point is directly proportional to the pressure. Okay. Now, how melting point affects on the presence of impurities. So, if we add some impurities, automatically the melting point decreases, especially in the case of ice. You love to have kulfis, no? Okay. So, kulfis actually they are using a freezing mixer by adding some salt. So, a correct proportion of salt has to be added. So, it becomes a freezing mixture, and that freezing mixture is used in the case of kulfi. So, by adding salt, we can consider salt as an impurity for the ice. By adding the salt, normally what is the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. By adding a proper proportion of ice, we are reducing the melting point to minus 22 degrees Celsius. So, that is the reason we are able to enjoy kulfi without melting too much. So, by adding the impurities, we can decrease the melting point. Now, we'll see the heating curve of ice. This is one of the very important topic for the board paper. If you check the board papers, you can see that at least alternative years, you will get such kind of question. You can see that alternative years, surely you will get a heating curve of ice or heating curve of water. Now, let us see what is heating curve of ice. Okay, so this is a graph. Through a graph, we are going to show how ice, when we provide the heat energy, what happens to the ice. Okay, so we have to draw a graph. This is the timings, mark it as timing, and this is the temperature. X-axis you have to mark the time and y-axis temperature. Okay, we are starting the ice from 0 degrees Celsius. Just consider this case, we are starting from 0 degrees Celsius. So here 0, timing is also 0 and this is also 0. And here you have to mark little bit change temperature. Okay, that I'll show you how it is. First, we have 1 kilogram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. This is the wait time. Okay, seconds you can mark it. 60 seconds or 120 seconds. Like this you can mark it. There's no much importance for the timings, but wherever the temperature is required, that you have to mark it properly. Okay, so here we have an ice cube, 1 kilogram of or 100 gram of ice. Okay, a small cube of ice we have, and we are going to check how much time it takes to increase the temperature. Okay, so first what happens? We have an ice at 0 degrees Celsius. So we have to mark it, highlight it till this much time. I'm just marking. Okay, till this much time it is under melting. What process? I'm marking it as 0 and A. 0A is under melting. What you can see at this position? there will be ice plus water. The ice started changing into water. So some part is still ice and some part become water. When it reaches the position A, the entire ice cube changed into water. Okay. Till the entire ice changes into water, there won't be any change in the temperature. Still it is at 0 degrees Celsius. When it attained the position A after 1 minute or 2 minutes, now more than 2 minutes according to our thing, it came to 3 minutes, right? 180 seconds, it up to 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes, the entire ice got melted, right? Now it becomes water. Again, we are providing heat energy or it absorbs energy from the surroundings. Now what happens? Now it becomes ice and water. When at this position, it becomes water. Completely becomes water. Slowly what happens? Now the water slowly increases the temperature. In this position, what is the form? It is completely water. Just marking it as now it reached normal temperature. Consider now present temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now slowly it attained the temperature of the atmosphere. So this is the way how we have to draw the heating curve. This is the heating curve of ice. Ice melted into the form of water. Here slowly it increases the temperature. So this is the temperature, slowly it increases the temperature. So till the entire material changes into another state, we have to show it in the same temperature level. Okay, so this is the heating curve of ice. You have to mark, you can mark it as B. So either you can write it in the figure itself, melting, it is in the form of water or temperature change, or you can mark it like OA, that shows melting. Then AB, it's in the form of water, okay, or liquid form. So this is the way also we can mark it. Then no need of writing here, you just mark it as OAB. You can use any notation, but this one is of 0 and even O. Okay, so this is the way you have to draw it. X-axis should be timing, Y-axis should be temperature. It's very important. By seeing you feel very easy. Go on, see some questions and try to draw the figures. Thank you.